your lunch? Jasper? Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you what I do at lunchtime with all of the animals, so even the dogs. Alright then, so let's start preparing the food. Alright, so this in my house is what we call the guinea pig box. It doesn't actually say guinea pig box, it's just a green box that we put all scrap food in. So today the guinea pigs have got some cabbage, some carrots, apple core and some celery and broccoli. But the broccoli I'm not only going to use for the guinea pigs, I'm going to chop it up finely and give it to the budgies. So today for lunch we are going to be feeding the dogs, guinea pigs, ferrets, chickens, budgies. So the whole farm pretty much except for the reptile room. So yeah, let's get on with it. The budgies don't need a lot of broccoli, so what I'm going to do, this is the budgie pot, I keep it inside the guinea pig box. So what I'm just going to do is chop it up finely for them. As you can see, the dogs have heard me say lunch about 10 times, so they're getting a bit excited. But we're going to do this first. So. Also, I'm going to be giving some broccoli to the chickens as well. I'm just going to have another pot for the chicken food because the budgies don't need that much, because along with broccoli, they're going to be having rice and rolled oats. Just normal brown rice, it's got no flavouring to it. It's quite good for them. I'm not going to tell you why, because I don't really know. I just have a book about budgies that says it's good for them. So I'm just going to leave that there so they can peck off. Alright. Give them a bit more, because got quite a few chickens. That should be right. And the guinea pigs, I don't need to chop up any food because they eat it all perfectly well. Alright then, I'm just going to be right back and because I'm going to go get the rice and oats. So when you look for the rice and the oats for the food, you want to look at the ingredients, and if you can't see an ingredients list, it's a good thing, because that means it's 100% oats, nothing else. And the same with the rice, you want to see if it's just rice, and then you want to boil the rice because they can't have it hard, they've got to have it soft. So this is just boiled brown rice. I tend to boil a lot so it lasts me a week, because rice only really lasts for that long anyway. So I'll boil a lot for the week and then that'll do me, and then I've got to reboil it the next week. But oats you can just give them fresh, so I just give them a little handful of oats and then a handful of rice. So what I like to do is fill this little pot up with oats, veggies and rice. That's kind of what I go off the guideline. But when I get a new budgie, spoiler, I'm going to be getting a new budgie, I'm probably going to have to give it a little bit more. So this new budgie will be a male, but I don't actually know what I'm getting yet because I haven't had a look around. But all I know is that it will be happening. So I think we'll feed the dogs before we go outside. Yeah. Alright then, let's go feed the dogs. Did you get your lunch? Jasper? Come on, Jasper. Did you get your lunch? Right, so what we're doing now is getting the dogs lunch. They're following me. So all I do is go out here into the outside area with the washing machines and yeah, everything like that. And this is the dog food. So Dexter, that's Dexter the Jack Russell, that's Jasper the Shih Tzu West Highland Terrier. Jasper is 15. Dexter is either a year old or 11 months. But they both eat the same food because he is off dog biscuit things. No, he's off puppy mixture. So let me just get one of their bowls. Jasper doesn't eat a lot for lunch because he only really needs breakfast and tea. But Dexter will eat. He still needs lunch. So what I'd like to do is fill Dexter's bowl up and then just tip a bit into Jasper's bowl, really, so he doesn't feel left out. So let's fill the bowl up. Maybe a bit much. Yeah, that should be right. Come on in, boys. So then what I'll do, I feed them in different parts because they like to fight over the food. Yeah, there we go. So that's Jasper's bit. And here's Dexter. Come on in, Dex. There you go. Good boys. So Dexter doesn't really like eating his lunch. We don't know why, but we still offer it him. But as you can see, Jasper's tucking in already. Alright, so let's go outside and feed the outside animals. Oh, we've got a chicken on the loose. So this happens quite a lot because they haven't got their wings clipped. So what I do now is just open the door, herd it back in. There we go. As simple as that, really. The chickens are no harm. There they are. So we have 3 of those ones, 1 bantam, 2 of those little brown ones, 1 Rhode Island red, and that is it. So the only one missing, oh no, there it is. It's just over there. So yeah, that's all the chickens out and about. Alright, so what I'm going to do is feed the budgies first. They don't really, I'm not going to bother putting them on my hand because they won't eat the rice and the oats off my hand. So let's just open all the tarps up, put it in their pot, and yeah. Okay, so as you can see, there is some food still left in their bowl from last night because at night time I give them seeds. So what I like to do is, this is a good thing about having chickens, is I just tip it in the chicken pen and they go to town on it. But that is not their complete diet. I do give them chicken pellets, which you will see in a minute. But let me just. So all I do is tip it in there, and what I do is just put a bit of broccoli in there as well if they eat it all. So all I do now is put it back in. So there we go. So they probably won't go after the food quite yet. Let me just show you. So as you can see, they're just staying at the top. If I stay here quietly, they might go towards it. But there's the food tray. What I'll do is if they do decide to go and eat it, I'll quickly show you footage of it. But they are tame when you go in there. They're just, I don't really know, to be honest. They're just weird little creatures. Alright, so let's feed the guinea pigs. So here's the guinea pig box. I'll take the chicken pot out. So what I'm going to do is just give them a whole head of broccoli. There they are. So this is Rocky and Pebbles. What I'll do is just chuck it over there. Give them some less celery, not lettuce. Yeah, of apple. Apple is good occasionally, like most fruits, but they only get it occasionally anyway. And then give them the cabbage. So it's just a rough amount. If they've eaten it all by the end of the day, I will give them some more. But then what I need to do is go in here. Oh. So what I'm doing now is filling their hay up, their hay rack, because guinea pigs need hay all the time because they are natural grazers, and as you saw I couldn't offer them grass, so I'm just going to offer them hay. So I've got a massive box of hay, so I'm just going to put some hay in. Okay, so now the hay's in, all I'm going to do is put it back in their enclosure. I just put it up at the top here. So if I just put it up at the top here again, right by the entrance, how they get down to the bottom floor, close this up, and then I need to redo their water as well. It does take a little while to do all these animals. I have not, so if I'm not including the animals upstairs, I have about, I don't really know, outside, 2, 4, 6, about 10 animals, and about 5 different species. Yeah, so that's about, so it's quite a lot to do, but I don't mind, it's part of keeping animals again. But I'm planning on getting a couple more rescue guinea pigs, because these were my sister's and she just fell out of love with them really. But now they're mine and I really enjoy having them. There's no point in keeping an animal you don't want, which is what I always say. There's no point in having any animal that you're not going to look after properly. But what I would like to do is rescue as many animals as I can, because obviously I like all animals. So there's the water done. You want to check the waters for every animal every day. Alright, so I guess we'll do the chickens now. So all I do is just take this pot and just tip it out. I'm also gonna give them a scoop, just about, not about a quarter of the bowl, and we've made this little patch here, so just tip it in there like that. And there's Polly eating away. Polly is the oldest chicken, and that is the one next to her, who I haven't named, is the second oldest chicken here. So those two have been here for about 5 or 6 years. It's been a long time. But yeah, so as you can see, they're enjoying their food. There's Big Red. I call her Big Red because she's the biggest chicken here and she's red, I guess. Alright, so all that is left to feed now is the ferrets. So what I'm doing now is getting this. So this is the ferret food. I do feed them live. No, I don't feed them live food, obviously. I feed them like meat. So I feed them pheasants, partridge, rabbits, chicken, any leftover chicken. It all has to be raw though. So I like to give them a scoopful like that. That is a lot for 3 ferrets. What I do is give them a scoopful like this every other day, because I don't want them to get too fat. So I get these pheasants and partridge from the local shoot, because they shoot so many that there's no point in wasting any. So I like to use it for my animals. Right, so what I'm going to do is take this over to the ferret enclosure. I'm also going to be taking this. This is salmon oil. This just spices their meal up a bit, because they always have just normal pellets. I like to give them a bit of this, so it just gives them a bit more fishy flavour. Salmon oil, it's good for dogs. Well look, it's a Scottish salmon oil, Pets Purist apparently, so you can't go wrong with that. Alright, let's go over to the ferrets then. The ferrets are kept in with the chickens, which are chickens, but they're not like running around with the chickens. Here they are. Right, so I'm going to put their food over here, and then I am just gonna take their tarps up. There's no point in me being really careful with the tarps because they're quite strong, and I just can't be bothered really. And tonight I put them down every night in the winter because you never know when it's going to rain or anything like that. But in the summer, there's no point in me putting them up because get all the sun and all of the lovely stuff. They have decided to move their bed. Their bed is usually there, but they've decided to put it right at the entrance, so I'm just going to move that again. But let's get them fed. So that is an old t-shirt that I'm using as bedding. They really like to sleep in it, especially Belle. So what I'll do is turn it round so you can see the entrance. So this is their little feeding bowl. So all I do is in position. Niff, what are you doing? Just tip their ball in there, and then put a couple of squirts of that in. As you can see, Niffler's jumped out of her cage and enjoying it already, but I'm going to put it in there for them all to enjoy. So watch out, Niff. There you go, guys. Salmon oil and biscuits is probably their favourite meal. So they have recently just had a rabbit, so they did enjoy that. All their water bowls is full. What I like to do is just give it a squeeze, and if water comes out, it's full enough. Because these have got like a plastic, not plastic, it's fabric coating over the top. So this means it doesn't freeze in the winter, but also doesn't get too hot in the summer. There's Red, she's very territorial, she likes to follow me around all the time. And as you can hear, tell me off. So there's no cockerel in here. We did used to have a white cockerel named Custard. But unfortunately he died of old age. But I would like to get another cockerel and hopefully have some baby chicks, but that is in the way future. And actually I think I see a chicken stuck. So let me just close this. So thank you for watching. This was a different type of video than normal. It's kind of a manic feeding session. So if you did enjoy, make sure to come again. See ya.